Programmet presenteras av Orrefors och Gran Turismo.
Nebbiolo, it's the variety, which is a quite intriguing variety. Intriguing because it doesn't immediately show everything that has to show, and this can also be a difficulty for someone because it's not immediately spottable and categorizable, the wine. But change inside the glass, and this is one of the best quality of Nebbiolo. Barbaresco, it's, as I said, 100% Nebbiolo. It's a blend, because our Barbaresco, it's a blend of 14 vineyards, which are all in Barbaresco village. We have been one of the first in Piemonte to produce single vineyards as well. In 1967 we produced Sori San Lorenzo, single vineyard Barbaresco, and then Costa Russi, Soritillin, Spers, and so on. But the concept of single vineyard, it's a concept which that arrived in Piemonte only in the 60s, because in the past, differently from Burgundy, from France in general, the concept of Piemonte producer was to reach balance and elegance from the blending. The Barbaresco is continue to be made like that. Are 14 vineyards with different exposure, different soil, which they get picked in different moments. They do the fermentation, the aging separately, and then only at the end they get blended together to become Barbaresco. The quality of Barbaresco, we are trying a 2006 vintage. The quality of Barbaresco for me, respect to the Barolo, is that has the ability of reaching a higher expression of elegance. Concept always very difficult to explain, because if you notice, if you pay attention when you read wine judgments, even the most important journalists, they have much more words to describe opulence, respect to elegance. We talk about a blockbuster wine, very structured, powerful, and so on. To describe elegance, very few words, because it's very difficult to be described, and is also subjective. For me, the elegance of Barbaresco has to do with the first word I said at the beginning, when I said that is intriguing. It's elegant in the sense that it's not a wine that immediately shout and talks with a high level of voice and try to attract your attention from inside the glass. It's a wine that talks quietly, and that shows his personality. It's not there immediately for you. It's you that you have to open the book and focus on the wine. And then the wine, little by little, shows his character. It's also a wine that, even though leaves you a very long finish, that continue to come out in the mouth more and more, anyway, always has a not dominant taste. The taste of Barbaresco is always as the color it is, transparent. You remain with a very delicate taste, even though it's continue to come out and out. The two characteristics of Nebbiolo are acidity and tannins. Especially in Barbaresco, I find the acidity more appealing. You always have at the end of the tongue this acidity that makes you salivate, which makes it fantastic to be matched with food. Keeps you fresh. The fact that it's not dominant in taste also makes it easier to be matched with different kind of food. If you have a very dominant, strong flavor, like a lamb or a beef, then you are almost obliged to pair that food with a very dominant wine. But if you have also delicate flavors, like white meat or mushrooms or different kind of cheese or truffles, maybe it's easier to match it with the Nebbiolo. I had a funny pairing last year in Japan. They proposed me a toro tuna sashimi with the Barbaresco 2006 just released. It was not, it's not that it was not bad, it really made me think. Because again, the flavors were delicate enough not to overpower the flavor of the fish. When you have a young Barbaresco, there you can enjoy the fruitiness of Nebbiolo. And the fruitiness that you find inside the Barbaresco always makes you think of acidic fruit, raspberry, strawberry, or rhubarb, something acidic. And then a lot of flower perfumes, which for me they are so evident and almost flashy in the first years. Then immediately Nebbiolo starts to reflect more earthy characters and more spiciness, that they take over the fruit, and it's one of the characteristics of Nebbiolo, the earthiness. Rose petal, it's classic of Nebbiolo. So it's 10 o'clock in the morning right now. It's also good as a breakfast wine.
Programmet presenteras av Orrefors och Gran Turismo.